What's up YouTube? Shadow here, and I'm bringing you the Santiers Spear Weapon Showcase. So, to get it started, I put Raw Infusion on it, but also you could do Mundane. There's the R1 one-handed, or two-handed actually. It's pretty nice. So yeah, anyways, Raw Infusion, you can also do Mundane, works very well. 20 Strength and 22 Dexterity to wield it. 385 base attack, and because it's raw, I'd get no scaling, but that's okay. Um, so let's go down. I'm using Dragon Chime plus 5, and I'm gonna be putting Sunlight Blade. I'm gonna switch this ring because we're gonna get into PvP to showcase the weapon. There we go. Okay, so I'm 164, level 164. Um, 25 strength, 25 dex. It gives me even though that's not necessary because there's no scaling, remember that. But 25 strength, 25 dex is what I got. 50 faith for the sunlight blade and the dragon chime. So that's going to add a lot of boosted lightning attack on the weapon. So that's the one-handed R1, the one-handed R2. That's the backstep R1. And now going to two-handed, we have a twin blade moveset. That's the R1. That's the R2. So I'm going to get into what's really cool about this weapon here in a minute, but we're about to get into the PvP, so I will see you there. Okay guys, so something really cool I wanted to talk to you about this weapon with is that it actually has 3 different weapon type attacks. It has the twin blade attack if you two-hand it. It has a halberd attack if you one-hand an R2, I believe it is. And it also has a spear attack, you can see there. So this weapon is very versatile and that makes it very good. But then again, to veteran players, if you're fighting against veteran players who know what Santier Spear is and know it has those 3 weapon types, then they're easily going to be able to tell that, hey, he's two-handing that. So because of that, it's going to be the twin blade moveset, which is very easy to parry. And that's something you have to be cautious of. Because if you use it and then you get parried, that could be the end of the fight right there. So always be very careful. And keep that in mind. It's very easy to parry in its twin blade moveset. So anyway, but what's great about that is that's not the only moveset you have, and there's other movesets that are harder to parry, such as the halberd swing you see there, and it does really good damage. And I believe if you have like a mundane style, like all your stats are pretty much even, and you make it mundane, this thing will kick ass even harder. So it's recommended mundane, but I put raw because it wouldn't really work with my stats the way they are. But we're about to get into the next fight here in a minute. Alright guys, so here's the second fight in the Blue Signal Arena. Now, the reason why this weapon is actually good and bad is because in the original Dark Souls, was widely used, therefore veteran players easily know what it is just by looking at it and know what it can do, and because they know what it does and know how many movesets it has for different weapon types, they're going to know how to fight against it. But on the upper hand, there's always these new players who don't really know what it is or how it works, and they're just going to get crushed by it if you use it right. And a move I really like to do is do a spring away and then turn around and do that attack right there. That almost always hits him at least twice, even though it hit him once. But that move is absolutely devastating. People don't see it coming. I love doing that move. It's a move I just came up with to try to sneak in attacks. So this guy's about to die, and we'll be into our next PvP fight. Alright guys, so I'm going to go into the pros of the weapon right now first. The first pros are that because the weapon has 3 different weapon type movesets, you can easily change it up very quick and confuse your opponents, which is actually something you should do with every weapon in the game in PvP. Don't keep just spamming R1 or spamming R2, because they're gonna know and see you doing it, and it's gonna create a parry opportunity for them, and you're gonna get parried, and then you're gonna basically lose the fight. So just always mix it up, and you should be absolutely fine. And you're just doing yourself a favor, really, if you do that, because it's gonna help you not get parried. So remember to always mix it up. Alright, so here's the next fight, DJXJD, and now we're gonna talk about the cons. There's really not that many cons with this weapon besides its twin blade moveset, just like any twin blade weapon in the game being very easy to parry. But besides that, there is one, maybe two attacks of this weapon that is kind of really easy to dodge and easy to get behind. And I know off my head, one of those is the move I just did there. If they're able to actually get through that and roll past that, they'll get behind you and you'll still be stuck in that attack, and you can get easily backstabbed. So you want to use caution with that move. So this fight's about to end. There we go. And now I'll see you in the next fight. Alright guys, so there's 2 fights left, so I'm going to have to make this quick. To overall summon up the weapon, very big variety of weapon styles, which is always a plus. Also, you can create some crazy combos just by playing with it and figuring out how it works. You can come up with this crazy shit, and it just devastates with either raw infusion or mundane, and I'm sure it would with magic too or anything else, but you just get more bang for your buck with either mundane or raw. So it just depends on your build, really. So we're about to get into the last fight. So if you're someone who doesn't really know what weapon type you want to use, like if you don't know you want to use a twin blade, a spear, or a halberd, any of those 3, because this has it all, you can just pick this up and play around with it and see what you like about it. But yeah, I highly recommend you try this weapon out. And remember though, this weapon is kind of hard to find and kind of hard to, you have to break a rock off of it before it goes into that form of the Santiers spear. But I have a video actually that was uploaded not too long ago for that, like how to break it fast, because if you don't do it a certain way, it will take like 3 hours to break the rock off the end of the spear. So be sure to check that out if you do want to use this weapon and you're not sure how to break it fast. So it's the last fight, so thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next Bloodborne and Dark Souls video.